All right, welcome back to another monthly recap, end of August, and this is actually it's kind of the official monthly recap since last month. I decided to just do monthly recap, which is more comprehensive in a way that I go through all the trades, not necessarily all the trades that I personally traded, uh, also the one that I saw more opportunities, and I primarily focus on those tickers. Um, for the sake of keeping the video short, um, but when you talk more about these tickers, there's always something coming out to discuss, and it it takes longer than usual. But I'll try to keep it short into that 30-40 minutes, so hopefully that works. August was a little bit different than my previous year. A little bit slower in a way, but we did get many opportunities that on the long side mostly. I would say August was the only month that I traded the mostly longs. Didn't really just reversal longs, breakouts, uh, those old strategies that I'm not necessarily interested in general. But yeah, that was pretty much the August for me. Started off mainly just focusing on BMNR, the big names, BMNR, FIG, CRCL. These are the ones from July and June. We still have them. Not necessarily CRCL. CRCL was very not choppy necessarily. The direction wasn't my focus anymore because definitely I was seeing more opportunities, more liquidity towards small cap, and some other tickers that I thought the setups were better. BMNR, but still BMNR was my go-to. Even that this big reversal through the August came out, and obviously that is clear. Most, I mean, from what they released on their dilution, people tend to think that this reversal is gonna really bring this back to that high 120s and 40s areas, but that wasn't the case. We got these stuff into I think this is August. I don't know, mid August. We got the big stuff happen. I believe this is the one. Yes. So in that August 11th and all to that 70-60, and people start thinking that the support is already there. We could get more volume, but instead, it was just more of a um, you know front side switching to backside move again, and then very this glass ceiling had those problem for BMNR, and also like Ethereum in general was not doing well, and like I said before, this is not necessarily identical with ETH, but it does move with delay, and obviously the interesting value is not there. This company just purely taking profit for their managements through dilutions, through offerings. So it's not necessarily a good investment. Obviously, people tend to think that, oh, this is a treasury stock. They're gonna always go up, but that's not the case. And we've seen many of these trends comes and go. So BMNR, I'm not gonna really discuss this more. It was my main focus on the short side. I was actually very much liking that August 13, 15. Once I saw the first red day officially hit, and then big support crack and just continuation into next few days. Obviously, don't like the swing short of this due to hefty fees and all that. Only day trading it primarily for the short, and I did also trade it on the long side as well. So that was not bad in general. BMNR for me through the month, and then next I was also paying attention to Fig. Fig was liquid beginning of the August. I kind of like that liquidity over that Fig, but unfortunately, once we got kind of into the end of the August, those liquidity, those volumes just like fade away, and there wasn't much of opportunities or setup that I could really uh, liking it. I think I traded the beginning of it mostly, and I had some rough trades on it, not necessarily good uh, profit, I would say. I had some break even situation with it, and um, initially I took a loss on it, and then I jumped back into in a few days after for a long actually breakout, and then that works out. And that was a good one. And then I didn't really pay attention when it gets to that, 70, 75 and all. Just like the liquidity was a big problem for me, so I did not like that one in any ways. So yeah, that was Fig, BMNR mainly, and then we got the stock like Joby. I wasn't really trading this one. This was more of a buy tech, some short activist move on it. So uh, I wasn't really getting anything out of it. I didn't have an edge, although this stock really performed well on the long side, but August purely backside move. So it was a great opportunity for long, but slow mover, bigger market cap, definitely good for mostly like a swing short, short swing and all that. But it wasn't my cup of tea anymore. REPL, I think this one, I don't know, this was about out of nowhere. I did trade back in August 4th. Yeah, this was also not a lot. So I think I only day traded short through the gap UGAP crack actually. That was that. What else we got? BTAI. This was a choppy one. BTAI was the one that trapped a lot of shorts and trapped a lot of longs. So it was very manipulative. The stock was purely doing nothing except just keeping that support, push back high, break two, and then flush back down. It's just keep doing that over and over again. And nothing too special about it. I did try it a few times, and I got caught up into not necessarily good position with it. That I was very, or I was either full size or just a small size. I think I only traded August 8th, and later on just a small size. It wasn't much to offer, but this was the stock that I was running every single day. I was just on the scanner every single day, no matter what percentage was up, 10% or 100% initially. So yeah, that was the one that we called in our um, scanner as well. Then we get ATNF. That was a good one actually. ATNF. Well, actually, ticker changed to I forgot the new ticker name. ATNF ETHZ, something like that. Yeah, they changed their ticket to ETHZ. So this is basically the same, ATNF to ETHZ. That was the one, beginning of August, crazy run. We called this early on the long side. However, I did trade it on the long side mainly, but I was not um, anticipating a lot. So just mainly small size, and didn't really like the action necessarily. I think on the long side, I wasn't really performing well as well. I caught up into bad execution once it just, you know, start doing that parabolic move, and then the next day came in. Let me see, where was it? The volume was huge. I mean, dollar volume on this one was massive. Beginning of the ATH. So I don't think the ATHZ is still showing the accurate chart, but it is what it is. I think this was the day, August. I believe this is August 12th. So yeah, this was the day I was mainly focusing on this first. This was official first green day, and then I did try it a few times on the long. However, just like I got caught up into just selling it too early, or not looking at the bigger picture. But this was the only ticker that kind of started this whole theme again, that all these garbage rats going to run similar like this, and people shift their focus into something like this for the next day. I think next day we got something like BSLK, and that was the one actually. So yeah, ATNF. I didn't really make money on it, but it was a nice run on the long side. And the BSLK, as I mentioned, was the theme to similar kind of you know, similar stuff as ATNF. Money flow switch, August 13, another one. People tend to, when the other ones failed, so they jump in something similar to it. I don't think they're that similar industry wise, sector wise. Yeah, two different things. I mean, they're Ethereum Treasury, the ATNF one, or ETHZ. The BSLK was completely in a different sector, but obviously both tiny float, nothing, so could run very quickly. So that was kind of a frontside move on the BSLK, and next day you can see that every pop was a chop. So it's just built that low hanging fruit, and then just failed, and eventually just flushed back to where it was. So I actually caught up into the liquidity trap later into this August. I think it was August 2022 to the push. It was initially successful. Get to that 1110, take my profit, and then I wanted this to really continue. So it didn't really work out. Fall back down, and I sold it a little bit later. So just kind of like shy loss, break even shy loss. So it was not a good trade on my end, because I should have really not focused on these breakouts necessarily. These are old setups, so that's why I was mentioning that August was more long trade breakouts, reversal long, and that was the kind of theme for me. And I wasn't really happy compared to my last year August, so which was more quiet, not many setups, and just short purely. And then we got PPCB, I think, right? Not sure about this one. I don't know what happened here. PPCB. Oh yeah, PPCB and SNGX. Those are my worst trades of the month, actually. PPCB and SNGX. Yeah, I did not trade them the way that I expected, obviously. Unfortunately, PPCB, I got caught up into PPCB into same kind of concept, VWAP roll, old kind of approach, and this was August 18th, in first official day. And turns out this was a pure gap and crap. So for me, it was surprising because I was surprised by my approach, um, due to the fact that I know these setups are tend to be mostly gap and crap. Uh, However, I was just thinking about this will bounce, this will continue to come up with the volume. Get that to that wrong mentality, and was the statistic wasn't there for me, and the dollar volume uh, was actually, I think the volume on this one very thin. Um, for some reason, I thought miscalculated in many ways. I thought the market cap it was way thinner and the float was much less, but didn't really pay attention to that. Just looking at the bigger picture, but I was far off. Instead of getting stopped out, I was just like, yeah, keep trying it. So my only idea was that I had to really try this one under the VWAP, which is against my rules. I don't trade. If I had to trade long, I won't touch anything below VWAP. Anything below VWAP would be just I would avoid it. And I would always suggest everyone who wants to trade long, anything goes above VWAP with the confirmation, with the volume, all that stuff. Then you can find the right direction or look at the bigger picture. And once it cracks, it's over. Yeah, so I didn't really anticipate on the short side of this. This is a great short. Just like keep trying under the VWAP. So biggest mistake on that PPCB. I think that was my only, I guess, loss for the month. I had the majority of the loss was PPCB and SNGS that day. Even on the SNGX, which was the only two runners on that day, I was doing the same mistake, but it was much more. It was much better in terms of the setup. It was above VWAP, volume were decent, but eventually this one cracked. So I didn't really hold to the end of it. I think this was also August 18th. So let's go back to 18. Yeah. Let me see the exact time of 12/18. Where is it? Was it 18? Oh no, it was 19. Oh yeah, there we go, 18. So yeah, most of the day range was above VWAP, but huge resistance to that 6. I was expecting to really get this thing above 6 level, but I actually chased to this push, so I wasn't the right idea clearly, and then just like caught up into getting out of the position or adding and all that stuff. And once I saw this thing is just not breaking and the volume just fading, I bailed it for a tiny loss compared to PPCB, and just this thing just collapsed. So yeah, SNGs, but in the team, I saw community traded this very well. A few of the members that were killing it on SNGX, so that was nice to see. And then I got into like APLD. This was also a higher float, higher market cap as well. So it's just different cup of tea, but it was moving like small cap. So that's why I wanted to kind of take advantage of it. I actually initially caught up into bad range and bad execution, but then I tried a few times and APLD was actually sweet on that. Then by the end of the month, I was just purely. We had open was the only winner that I had for the month. This was a great setup. Great swing setup. We got this initial run in July. Yeah, we had open. We discussed this last month too. I did try this one last month, but not as much as I tried it on in August, because this was a great long setup. Very confident on the setup because every pullback into the support was just filling up, filling up. There was just like big buyers just coming in. So that really gives me more confidence and confirmation to load up on this and have a full size. And obviously, uh, my trade mostly happened into August 13 and to 21 and pretty much later into the month. I did not swing it. However, swing idea was perfect. It was top notch on this. If you could have really hold this longer, still in the in the continuation phase, front side of move. Although it cracked last day, Friday, so we had initial pullback and the sympathy play came out. OPOD. This was kind of taking the money flow. I think I discussed it into the community with the team and everyone, how you can see this identical move with OPAD. Both are real estate related. Sympathy plays, and sympathy plays tend to trade initially similar when they move, but eventually one of them take the money flow and move better than the others. So OPED was basically doing that, and I was just mainly focusing on if these things collapse, what's going to happen to OPED. So I have them both identical next to it. But OPED was much better. It's kind of like a senior into the move. We had this open from July, so it was more established in a way rather than OPAD. So yeah, I was more confident with open instead of OPAD. So much liking this one then to just add to the position and all that. Then we got all this stuff garbage like NUKK. Yeah, this was also not my interesting setup. I actually caught up on this on the short side. Actually, it was nice, but not huge. It was a great gap and crap. It really gapped up, trapped a lot of people. People think that it's gonna halt up, and it did halt up and trapped every long trade. So this was a quick trade, but on the short side, it was also easy to borrow. So I mean, lots of people just pulled into that if they could trade it on the short side. And then AIFF was the other one. AIFF, HKPD. These are the one that I had in the last August 26th, pretty much. August 26th was I was trading pretty much a lots of tickers. AIFF. This was not. I think what was it that it was running for? Let's take a look. Yeah, I think it was just like similar theme. They had some PR going on. Let's take a look at the. Oh yeah, the first day was August 26th. Choppy, gap and crap. Clearly, I did initially trade it long actually, and then this was actually great. So, looking at my chart, AIFF initially I was like looking at the shorts, shorted into the gap down, covered quickly, just establishing again a volume was just coming in and then just breakthrough, and I saw the strength. I mean, it was very strong up here. Just keep holding, nothing else was running, and then just all of a sudden it just like stuff really happened. So I was just paying attention to that. I did actually long I went long here, scalped it to that level 345, I think, or yeah, 340. So that was that, and I was just like paying attention to see if it's okay, if it's gonna really break through this 355, 60, and then we can like see this thing blast to the roof. I think they had a really good news. AFF was neuroscience biotech. They did have some deal with, I believe it, Nvidia or something, if I'm not mistaken. Something was, yes, they did have some big buzz name, right? So you gotta understand these are just buzz name in the news, so don't really rely on it. But that time the buzz news definitely bring a bunch of new buyers. So that was kind of the theme, and then I was just looking at it, and this thing just flush. I caught up short right into the flush, so shorted this. I think that was like 340. Yeah, 340, and I just ride this bad boy all the way. I added to my position once the VWAP crack, and just pretty much cover into this, and then now I hold a little. Once it bounced, I covered a little top, but it eventually flushed. So that was a good one on that day. Although, yeah, OPAD wasn't my best trade. RR garbage, nothing too much. Then last day we got INHD coming out. Yeah, INHD was also like reversal long. After a few days, I was looking at to bounce reversal, and that was not bad actually. Did really good on INHD. Small profit though, nothing significant. So that was INHD on the reversal bounce. And then last day, again, I was just mainly focusing on Friday last day on open. Just primarily focused on open. I got caught up into Thor. Thor was another one. Thor was actually insane. I missed this opportunity into that reversal. So the stock initially run to that, 5.8. Then, oh my god, this, if I can see the daily on, yeah, so we got initially pop here, and then kind of stuff topped out. First red day, everyone thinks that's the first red day, right? It did actually pull back nicely. However, the bounce and reversal was very strong. And I was just like, keep looking at it. All the green candles. It's just like pushing. I think this was the one, right? Yeah. It started, and then all of a sudden just bounced to almost $9. So that was very sweet. I missed that opportunity. Great entry, whoever caught it. But obviously the next day, trap and not doing so much. Although it's still on the watch list. I mean, did similar kind of move into another reversal from 530 again. So it's you can't see that same level hit, but it wasn't as strong as last time before. So obviously some buyers are fading away. They're getting out of this position. We might see more flush coming back to low fours. So that's a kind of theme. I'm not really paying attention to this anymore, but it's still on the watch list if it gets back to that 6 level or 7 level breakout on the long side. And I got NEG, not my cup of tea, but beautiful chart on multi-day runner, and with market condition just flush back down to 91. And this first red day here was beautiful. I definitely didn't caught up. I kind of chased, and I didn't really like my stuff. I chased it to that 56 and shorted to 54. Nothing too significant. And the 54 was actually the support. So I was like, this thing might bounce and it can get really dangerous because spread was huge, no liquidity. So you don't want to, you have to have a bigger risk and I didn't want to really caught up into that. So eventually went back low, make new lows. So that was it. Pretty much that was my only focus for the month. All these tickers that I discussed. I hope you guys enjoy this monthly recap, and let me know if you guys have any question. Reach out to support me on X, and hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We'll do this another one next month and see how that goes. Take care, team, and take care.